What is going on, guys? Saints Row, another Saints Row video. Now, as some people know, I did a video explaining why I still enjoy playing this game. This video is completely opposite of that. I'm explaining why this game absolutely missed, and they missed by a lot. I mean, they missed by a long shot. And it's unfortunate because they had all the tools to make an incredibly good game. When you look at the customization in this game, the different ideas they implement into this game, when you just look at the world itself, the world is incredibly nice. I mean, it's lacking an airport. You know what I mean? That's not going to break the game, not having an airport in it. And I'm just showing you, like, look at the way the background looks. It looks better than ever before. I'm not talking about graphics. Of course, the graphics are going to be better. This is the PS5 version. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about just the stuff they put. I mean, when you look at the way that gas station looks with that sign, then you got that random person sitting on a bench. You got a random bicycle just there. You got an old rundown payphone. You know, payphones are outdated. It looks like it's outdated, like it's old and like not used. The background itself is very incredibly good. That stadium back there looks good. They made an awesome looking world, okay? The potential is there. And the other thing I want to say is when you look at the other Saints Row, Saints Row 2 and Saints Row 3, you look at some of the implementation into the game, some of the ideas, you know they're capable of making an awesome game. You know they are, okay? They can do it. They just, for some reason, they had new ideas. I don't know if they had new writers, but I'm gonna start by talking about the humor. The humor is just bad in this. It's horrible. It misses by a lot. It's not even kind of funny. I mean, it's very stupid. It's just obnoxious and irritating. And it gets in the way, to be honest, because if you're busy being irritated by something in the game, it interferes with the enjoyability. And the humor is just really bad. I don't recall anything that was supposed to be funny in this actually working. There may have been something that I'm not remembering that was in one of the cutscenes or something, but the cutscene humor is very bad, and the in-game humor is bad. And when you die, there's like a screen effect cutscene that's meant to be funny and sarcastic. It's awful. It doesn't land. It's really bad. And it's like it seems like there's one person writing that stuff because it seems I can't put my finger on it, but it just seems like there's something about the humor that just seems like it's just so bad. And it seems like it's coming from a specific individual or something, you know. And this is what you see now is basically what I do in this game. I do random crap, you know, because I don't really. And I'm almost completely done with the game, but I haven't done enough side quests to kind of like continue. And as you can see, I mess with the game more so than playing it now. It's like I don't really take it seriously. I just like customizing and using different vehicles and doing all these, like exploring and stuff like that. That's basically what the game becomes to me. That's where I enjoy the game, just doing random weird stuff. But anyway, the missions, some of the missions are just awful. I would say there might be 2 or 3 missions that I think are pretty cool, you know, and the rest, a lot of them are just dreadfully horrible. Not all of them, but some of them are okay. I could deal with it, but then others are like, oh my gosh, man, this is hideously bad. I mean, this is just awful. There's some missions that are like that, some side quests that are like that, and a lot of these side quests are basically the same thing. You know, that's what it is. They're the same. It's the same side quest being done a different way. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's open up our map here. Okay, let's go to Ventures. Okay. We got the food truck venture. You're just fighting off a swarm of enemies. This right here, you're just fighting off swarms of enemies. This right here, you're just fighting off swarms of enemies. You know, this right here, you're just fighting off swarms of enemies. They're the same thing with a different name, a different logo. That's what it is. And as soon as you kill enough enemies, you pretty much took care of that. You have a few others. You have this cutting edge. You take, it's not horrible, but you just take pictures of different material, different. You have to take a picture of a certain object to unlock clothing material and skin material, car material. You can use those materials in, your character's body, your when you're customizing your character, your vehicle, your weapons. That's what that is. That isn't great or anything. It's all right. I mean, it's not great. This right here is decent. It's different. You're experiment with different technology, and you unlock different stuff like different weapons, different vehicles. The hoverboard thing that I had. You unlock stuff like that by playing that. And the insurance fraud, it's from Saints Row 2. It's fairly fun. It doesn't really fit into the storyline really, but it's kind of fun. This is the insurance fraud. But yeah, I mean, so a lot of side quests are basically just fighting off swarms of enemies, And the side quest in this, to me, that the side quest play is better than the mission play. But let me open my map back up because I'm gonna show you something. The Drake's Kraken, the Castle Kraken. I'm sorry, the Castle Kraken in this is awful. It's that fantasy thing where you're pretending to do battles and stuff. I don't see how this made it into this game. I just don't see how it went through the filters of the surveying with the team and they stuck with it. I don't see how that happened. This is awful. It's not funny. It's supposed to be. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. There's no reason in the world for this to even make it. And these are the reasons this game missed. There's too many bad ideas that were put in it, and they actually went through. I could deal with it if there was one or two bad ideas, but there's a lot of horrible ideas in this game, and it's the dialogue, it's the humor, some of the things in the storyline. But when you look at Saints Row 2 and 3, you have a lot of ideas that landed. You have a lot of really, really cool storyline based stuff. It almost seems like they had different writers or something like that. They had different writers. And none of the storyline writing in any Saints Row game lands as well as, Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto 4. They're more serious minded, more create. It's just way better. And Saints Row was never going to be what Grand Theft Auto is. Grand Theft Auto is number one in that area. They have that title locked. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But this right here is just absolutely horrible. This new Saints Row when it comes to that type of stuff. But like I said, you have an awesome city. You have awesome customization. Your created character is incredibly awesome. You're customizing your vehicles. You can switch between bosses. All that stuff is incredibly awesome. So they had the potential. The other Saints Row games had awesome storylines, and some of them did. I'm not talking about Saints Row 4. I'm not talking about Gat Out of Hell. None of those games. Those were horrible. I don't even want to talk about those. They just went in a completely different direction there. But they had the tools to make an incredibly awesome game. But somehow they just missed. They did a horrible job of surveying and going through. Because I guess there's a process, and I don't know how the process works. I'm not in that field, but there's a process that goes into what you're gonna put into a game, what's gonna land, what's not gonna land, and what is gonna be in the game. There's processes that go into that, and I just don't know how some of this stuff made it in. There has to be somebody to step up and say, I don't think that's gonna work. We should probably take that out. It seems like that wasn't happening because some of this stuff, it just doesn't even come close. But yes, I'm telling you, this Saints Row game missed, and it missed by a lot. I was wrong about this game because I did drop a video a while ago talking about why this game it's gonna be very good. I don't, give this game a chance. It's gonna be awesome. I did a video saying that a while ago, long before the game came out, and boy, was I wrong because they really missed, man. They messed up what they could have had as an excellent title.